Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick follow-up video for the Lich season start for 1.3. This will be for early mid-game farming around 500 corruption comfortably with no end-game gear necessary. This utilizes mainly the Infernal Shade Combustion, taking advantage of all the more modifiers within the Infernal Shade tree to apply poison on the Combustion Explosion, which is a hit. There are two variations of this build you can go. The version I'm playing in the background first is the easier of the two to set up for early monos, since it doesn't require any specific uniques to function. I recommend going this setup first for farming monos and going up to maybe like 300 corruption or so. For this playstyle, you do not need to spam Infernal Shade. You just cast it directly on a pack of mobs and watch them evaporate. The issue you will notice is that the single target is really bad, since combustion doesn't trigger if you spam cast it on a single mob. And that's why we have Stygian lasers for single target situations. I'm not going to go into detail for these two builds, but I do have the setup in the background if you want to pause for the skill setup. The passive tree is going to be a little different. Well, it's going to be different for 1.3, so I'm just going to have a link for the planner for 1.3 for both versions. Just as a side note, we are nearing 1K subscribers, so if you enjoy the Lich content, please hit that sub button. Your support is greatly appreciated. The second variant is what I recommend you transition into once you get high enough level and get some mid-tier gear and have a Lich's Envy, which is the glove slot, the set gloves from Bastion, the Bastion dungeon. The second variant is much better for single target, since you can spam multiple Infernal Shade per cast on your minions, which then will all trigger the combustion to shotgun for single targets. The minion variant playstyle is different, since you have to pre-cast your minions before you spam Infernal Shade, whereas the first variant you just straight up cast the Infernal Shade directly on the packs of mobs. The biggest opportunity cost for the second variant is the glove slot, since you have to use Lich's Envy. And the only thing you're actually getting from this glove slot from Lich's Envy is the minus mana cost for Infernal Shade. If you don't equip it, you can't sustain the mana, so this build won't function properly. Anyways, the gameplay in the background is 800 corruption. We did it. Well, I guess the first variant was also doing 800 corruption. We're doing this without the current death seal spec, without red rings, and without any defensive optimization. I just tossed on some gear I had sitting around the stash just to showcase what you can do without too much investment for league start. This build will have more damage in 1.3 than what is shown here due to the passive tree nodes and access to the corruptive form. This is a comfy farming spec which you can utilize to farm towards the endgame Lich build, whatever that may end up being. We'll have to see. It's most likely not going to be a Uber Abroth build, killing build, but it should suffice for any other content in the game. I plan to use this build to farm for the Mana Stack Poison Flay Chaos Bolt build, which will hopefully have enough damage for Uber Abbey, but we'll have to see. Anyways, the link to the planner is below for both versions, and I hope this helps you get started in Season 3. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in a few days.